A passenger jet and Black Hawk helicopter crashed into the Potomac River near Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C. Overnight, NBC News reported search and rescue crews have recovered the bodies of at least 12 people who died in the crash. This is a live look at that rescue and recovery mission underway right now. This is just heartbreaking news to wake up to, and we appreciate you being with us here on Go This Morning. I'm Danita Harris.
And good morning. I'm Dave Chudowski. New this morning, the National U.S. Body for Figure Skating said several members of the skating community were on the jet that crashed. Authorities have not confirmed how many people have died in the crash, but what we do know is that 64 people were on the American Airlines jet. 3 people were on the military plane. It's not clear what caused the 2 to crash.
And again, new this morning, U.S. Figure Skating released a statement saying several athletes, coaches, and family members returning home from a development camp held in conjunction with the Figure Skating Championship held in Wichita, Kansas. They were on that plane. We have team coverage of the impact this crash is having at our local airport. But first, let's go to Washington, D.C., where Alice Barr is getting updates on the investigation. Good morning, Alice.
Good morning, Danita and Dave. Truly a heartbreaking situation here in the D.C. area. And as crews are searching that crash site, American Airlines CEO said they are committed to figuring out what happened here, but that work will take time. Focus now on caring for all those left devastated. Tragedy in the air and in the water.
I just saw a fireball and then it was just gone. So I haven't seen anything since they hit the river.
After a passenger plane collided with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter near Reagan National Airport, sending both aircraft plunging into the Potomac River and touching off an urgent search.
The water that we're operating in is about 8 feet deep. There is wind, there is pieces of ice out there, so it's just dangerous and hard to work in.
The plane, now in pieces in the river, is an American Airlines regional jet coming from Wichita, Kansas, with 60 passengers and 4 crew members aboard. 3 people on board the Black Hawk helicopter on a training flight, according to a U.S. military official. NBC News Washington reporting from 2 sources that at least a dozen bodies have been recovered. Kansas senators joining in an overnight briefing.
Tonight, we mourn with the families who lost loved ones, and we truly are joining them in prayer and wrapping our arms around them in love and compassion.
President Trump saying he'd been fully briefed on the terrible accident as details begin to emerge about who was in that passenger plane. U.S. Figure Skating confirming that several coaches, athletes, and family members were returning from a training camp for top juvenile figure skaters. Families who had gone to the airport for reunions now facing devastation amid a search for answers about what went wrong. The Secretary of Defense says that the Pentagon and the Army are investigating the crash along with other federal investigators. Worth noting that the main runway at Reagan National Airport has been ranked the busiest runway in America with more than 800 daily takeoffs and landings, according to the local airports authority.